We keep finding things to be excited about on our channel, and this little F-22 jet I am extremely excited about, and you should be too, because years ago we did a video on this puppy, a similar jet I should say, that looked almost exactly the same. It fit in a little orange case and it retailed for like $300, which is crazy. Back then, it was a lot of technology for what you were getting, and we've got the same amount of technology just about in this little guy as that one, and this is well under $100. That is a very huge reason to be excited. Today we're gonna maiden this jet. I've not flown it before. We've got 2 batteries charged. It's a ready to fly setup with a USB charge cable, and this cool little smart jet has auto level self-stabilization. It's made out of foam, has a rubber tipped nose, the props in the back. It should be very durable and beginner friendly. It looks like we've got ailerons and elevator control, so we should have some really good aerobatics with this. It does come with an optional landing gear. We're flying off grass today, so we're going to do hand launch and belly landings. Before we fly it though, I'd like to give a big shout out to last night's video. It didn't get a lot of love because Abby and I released it super late because we got a flat tire on the way home from visiting my parents. Middle of the night, had to change a tire. Was crazy, but we got it done, got home late, video got released late. So if you missed it, check that out. Let's go fly.
What sounds good? It's quick.
It is quick.
For such a little guy.
Throttled up a little high. We'll get it back. We'll get it back, Abby. It's gonna take a second to learn how to film this one, isn't it? There we go. Nice. That looks so good. Today we're gonna just basically be looking at a silhouette while flying because we're so bright out. It's about high noon today. Shadows directly under us. Man, that looks cool. You're right though, it is pretty quick. Try to get it nice and close. Now that's as slow as I can get it to go, I think, and I'm about half throttle. So if you just want to cruise, you can go half throttle, but let's do a high speed pass. I am in beginner mode and I'm having to give it a little bit of up elevator, so I want to trim that out. All right, here we go. Full throttle is kicked in right there. Oh yeah, big difference, big difference. Here we go. Kind of screams going by.
It's awesome.
Pretty cool. I eased off on the throttle. I'm gonna try to get it to completely hands-free flight. It's nosing down quite a bit, so let's really trim that up a lot.
You turned right, and
yeah,
I was expecting a left turn.
There we go, that's much better. That's a good looking little jet. I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but years ago, that little bright orange jet I'm talking about, it's our most viewed video, believe it or not. We had some major issues getting it to take off. Once we got it in the air, it flew okay, and it flew for about 3.5 minutes. I remember it came with a ton of batteries. The radio annoyingly talked to you unnecessarily, and it wasn't like smart technology. It just said throttle full, left turn, left turn. Like when you push the sticks that way.
That's so stupid.
Look at that. Isn't that a cool pass?
Yeah.
This is a sweet jet. I want to point out too that it's like maybe 6 or 7 miles an hour of wind, and it's pushing through that no problem, so you can fly this in some wind. But we struggled to get that stupid little thing in the air, and
I didn't.
Well, I did.
Well, we had a separate video that only like not even 100,000 people watched of me flying it. Way better than Nate flew it.
Yes.
But you're doing good on this one,
Thank
Nate.
you. Well, this thing is really easy to fly in. I kid you not when I say the technology of the self-stabilization and stuff of this jet is significantly better than that little orange jet, and it was hundreds of dollars, and believe it or not, people bought that jet. And you know, we told people, hey, this thing is not great, but people still clicked it, watched it, and bought it. And some people did have good results with it, but we never did. Although, because that's our most viewed video, we still have that little jet. And I think this one's gonna be kept right beside it because for like a quarter of the price or less about, oh, I think I'm getting a phone.
Well, in fact, since that is our most viewed video, Jan, who is one of our top tier patrons, she bought a gray one and gave it to us. So we actually have the original yellow one or orange one that was on the channel,
Yeah.
and we have a gray one.
Well, this has 3 flight modes too, Abby. So let's kick it in another flight mode.
This is awesome though.
It
for
is
the
awesome.
price and everything.
There's
it's crazy.
intermediate flight mode, which gives us the ability to do loops, I'm guessing, like many of these cool little things. I'm going to throttle up and pull back. A little bit crazy, I'm not getting it here.
Did you say that was intermediate?
That was intermediate. Oh, I saved it because I put it in. I put it in the beginner mode. Let's hit the stunt button in the next pass. That's what we'll do. And then I will put it in advanced. I think this thing is going to shine for sure in beginner mode, just cruising around like this. But I want to still put it in the other modes and show you guys. Let's hit the stunt button. There we go. It did a roll. Nice. Oh! I did
right at the edge of
roll.
Death Valley.
Well, that should show us durability. Let's go grab it really fast.
That's funny. At least you don't have to walk down. All right, he recovered it. It must be fine because he's just throwing it off again. All right. I can't believe how easy this thing is compared to the last similarly sized F-22 jet. That video got like 7 million views and it was not a very good plane, cost a ton. This thing kicks its butt.
This thing's
awesome.
amazing. I will say, I needed a lot of up trim to keep it to where I can fly it completely dead stick. I'd like to show you guys a hands-free pass, but I am having to hold up a hair. Okay,
I can't even follow you. When you go under the trees, Nate, I can't follow you.
It's so bright today, isn't it? Yeah, here we go. Okay. I'm just keeping my thumb on the right stick and just using that to bank. I think it mixes in a little bit of elevator on the banks because I don't feel like I have to give it much elevator to pull up out of the curve, but I do some. It flies so good, and if you like the F-22 Raptor, then this puppy's for you. These micro planes and jets have come so far. And if you have limited space and limited storage, limited space to fly and limited storage to keep these things, then these are for you. Let's see if we can do a loop. You ready?
Yep.
There's advanced mode. Hard to pull off stunts and things in advanced. I will say that. So there's back to beginner, banking over us. I think this shines in beginner mode. I think intermediate and advanced are fairly difficult to fly this.
I like that the prop is in the back on this because if you do crash, most likely the nose is going to take all the hit.
It comes with a spare,
so you're not going to hurt your prop or your motor.
It does come with a spare prop and those landing gear too. I'll try to keep it above the tree line the rest of the flight for you. So who out there knew that old Nate from the TheRcSaylors that flies a lot of ready to fly things and bind and fly things could change a tire for a real car?
I wouldn't have married you if you couldn't change a tire.
That's right, on the side of the road with the junk jack that comes with the car. Those lug nuts were tight. I had to, in my sandals, kick the lug nuts to get them loose with the tool.
I helped. Once you got them loose, I took them the rest of the way off.
Thank you. Saved my back for a few seconds. Well, this thing is cruising, guys. We're just going to see if we can get a rough flight time on it. You know, I'd like to give another shout out while we're flying. We've talked about this a couple times on the channel in the last week or so about AMA.
The Academy of Model Aeronautics.
Thank you very much, Abby. We, even on something like this, if this is the only type of thing you fly, we would highly encourage you guys to check out AMA and becoming a member, because inevitably if you fly something like this, it's very likely you're going to want to fly something a little bit bigger, and it just gives you a lot of access to more flying locations and events, clubs, a lot of events. And although 2020 has been rough on events, we're hopeful for 2021 that we can all get together and fly as friends like we have since we've been a part of this hobby. I miss flying with my friends, and when you do that, you really need to have AMA to cover yourself, but also you can learn a lot about the hobby and aviation through AMA. They have a lot of educational programs on their website and on Facebook, and I got really excited because they're doing some kind of a giveaway on their Facebook page. Maybe this is what we'll link, where you get a flight out to California you and one other person, they get you a hotel room, they give you a $100 Visa card, and here's the reason you're out there. You get a flight in an old, original World War II P-51
That would
Mustang.
be crazy.
That would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. AMA's got the hookup for that. And from the post that I saw on their Facebook page, it looked like very few people were signing up for it. So I'll tell you what, if you guys go stop by I think the post is still good. I hope that you can still sign up for that because I'm talking about it. We'll link it though. If you guys stop by, give it a like, go to the website where they're doing the giveaway, and maybe let them know that you're there just because you guys were listening to us or something. But it looks amazing. And Abby and I are gonna sign up for it. And if you guys win over us, I will be so upset. But so happy. If one of our viewers gets to win the P-51 flight and free flight to California and hotel and $100 visa, oh my gosh, that would be so cool to know, especially if it's one of our regular viewers.
It's like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Well, okay, we'll link that, but we'll also link this jet down below too. I want you guys to get excited. You know what you could do? You could take a little jet like this, or the P-51 that we recently did on the channel that's this size, and while you're in the air in the big P-51, you could throw it out the window like a paper airplane. No, but you could pack it in an airplane when you, oh, there's our battery, and nice smooth landing. I could feel it getting low.
Wow, that was like really fast though.
I could feel it getting low for the last minute of me flying, but I didn't really address it because we were talking about the P-51 flight. Let me go grab the jet. What a sweet little jet, and what an awesome hobby. Now, I want to point out someone that commented a couple days ago on a little Corsair video we did. He said, man, every time I watch one of your videos lately, seems like everything is just good and you just get excited about everything. Guess the joke's on me because I end up buying most of the stuff that you say is good. Well, I want to say to that person, yes, this jet is reason to be excited.
Did you tell them about the batteries yet?
I got 3 batteries?
Yeah.
With this? Yeah. That's only one of 3 batteries.
Yeah, it comes with 3 batteries. At least our version does.
There may be another option to get only 1 battery.
Yeah.
But you have an option to get 3 batteries with this. This is reason to be excited. And I say that because just a couple years ago, that orange jet we talked about so much was literally hundreds of dollars for the same technology. Why wouldn't you be excited about that? We're not seeing a huge inflation in prices.
Well,
with
it had a little more technology.
As I said, only a talking radio.
But it didn't perform better.
No, it did not. It had a talking radio, but it didn't fly very
well. It had auto takeoff and auto land.
You know what auto takeoff is? I did it in this video twice. I throttle up and I chuck it.
I thought it did it itself or something.
Kind of, but it didn't work very well. It didn't work very, it was like a
I'll take a watch it.
It was like a programmed elevator. And then after 10 seconds, the elevator went to center. Okay. That's not really a very good auto takeoff. Okay. It was just pre-programmed into the radio.
Probably back then we might have been impressed though.
I think so, yeah. So yes, this is reason to be excited, but I also want to say that when we did a lot of drones on our channel, and I'm talking, I think we've done almost 1,000 drones on our channel, 50% of them were absolute duds. They were trash, they were passes, and we told you guys, don't buy this. It's dud, it's trash, it's a pass, it's not worth your hard-earned money. They were pumping out drones because they were so popular, you know, they were just putting them out with very poor quality control. Not a lot of guys out there with YouTube channels were doing that. We were not afraid of that though, and said, hey, don't buy this. I don't want there to be any surprises though if you buy this F-22 Raptor. Most of my flight, I had to give, I would say 5 to 10% elevator for probably 90% of the flight. I finally gave it full up elevator trim, and that helped significantly, but I did find that even on banks, I had to give a little bit of up elevator. I might be able to trim that out physically with the push rods here, and I think I probably will do that to make it fly just a little better. But I don't want there to be any surprises if you get this. I personally had to give a tiny bit of up elevator while flying. Doesn't bother me, I know that would bother Abby. Yes. She would want it to stay in the air perfect, right? With the sticks looking like this, actually like that. The stunt button worked, it worked so well that it did 2 barrel rolls, and I only expected it to do 1. That's why I crashed. But it held up to that crash. I don't see any scuffs, scratches, dents, things, or anything. Awesome. And notice that I still have my auto stabilization on.
If you can hear it over the construction back there.
If I was 100 feet
Oh,
high...
look, they're building something back there, Nate.
Oh yeah, they are. New buildings going up.
That is new.
If I was 100 feet high and the motor died because the battery was dead, I still have a lot of power still to steer it back down. So it's not like it just falls out of the sky. Bear that in mind. This is a huge home run. I don't think it flies better than the Eachine P51. I don't think it flies better than the little Corsair that we recently did on the channel. So if you're looking for an old Warbird that flies well, go with one of those. It still flies really, really, really well, just not maybe perfect, okay? Still awesome, still worth picking up. If you ever were considering getting an F-22 Raptor, this is the one to get. It's awesome. We'll have a link in the description box below. Don't forget to sign up for the free P51 flight. That's amazing. Look into it. Make sure if you're younger, you've got a parent there signing up with you. We'll have that link in the description box below too. That's thanks to AMA. That's really cool. Love that. And all these things to be excited about and be happy about in this horrible 2020 year. I just want to thank God for giving us something to smile about. That's really awesome to have something to look forward to. Fingers crossed, you know. And you know what? That entry for the P51 flight may be for AMA members only. It would make sense that it would be. I think that you probably have to be an AMA member to sign up for that now that I think about it. So another reason to consider signing up for AMA. Guys, we'll have all the good stuff linked in the description box below if you want to check it out for yourself. And before we go, I want to say thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. We couldn't get out here as often as we do without your support from $1 or more. You guys are amazing. We have had our hands so full lately, but we do have stickers going out to you guys. We're a month or two behind, but we have kept track of it perfectly. The stickers will be getting to you guys at a slight delay. We apologize for that. It's been a rough year, everybody. It's been a real rough year, but we thank you so much. We'll have, you know, Abby, should we link the old orange jet?
Oh
video?
yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
But we'll do my flight, not the one that got like 7 million views. We'll link my flight because it needs more love. It needs love.
Fair enough. Compare this to that years ago technology, the price of it. It's not even available anymore. That video will be popping up right about now. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye.